Hello, Hugo Reed. This week I have a book kind of getting in the fall spirit, and it's called Pumpkin Fiesta. It is written by Caroline Yakowitz and illustrated by Joe Cepeda. So let's see. Look on the back, it shows us one more picture. So what can we make an inference about with this book? Do you think it takes place in a city or out in the country? That looks like out in the country to me. They have mountains. It looks like there's a field of pumpkins. Let's look inside and see what it says. Here's another good picture. Looks like she's still out in the country. You see she has a shovel and a donkey. Looks like she's digging. Old Juana grew the biggest, roundest, orangest pumpkins in the whole province of San Miguel. For as long as anyone could remember, she had won the special pumpkin crown at the big fiesta every year. Here's Juana. Everyone in the village was proud of old Juana, all except her neighbor, foolish Fernando. I will discover old Juana's secret, and this year my pumpkins will be the finest at the fiesta, Fernando boasted to his pet bull, Toro. So he wants to be the one who wins the prize. At planting time, Fernando followed old Juana to Pumpkin Hill and hid behind a bush. See him back here? Here's Juana. He watched as Juana and her little burro, Dulcita, plowed the field. Old Juana broke up the clods of soil with her hoe until they crumbled like fresh cake in her hands. So the soil is hard, but she's breaking it and working hard and getting it so it's very soft. It says it crumbles like cake. So she broke up all the hard earth. Her faded cotton dress fluttered in the cool spring breeze. Her big straw hat cast a pool of shadow on the freshly tilled soil. Old Juana bent so low that her chin almost touched her knees as she carefully planted white pumpkin seeds, 1, 2, 3, to a mound. Foolish Fernando watched and watched. Then he ran home as fast as his skinny legs could carry him. So when you plant pumpkins, you make like a little tiny hill. It's called a mound. So she put 3 seeds in each one. Can you see on the pictures on this? It's like they have brush strokes. Pretty cool art. It's pretty colors. Oh my, look at Fernando here. What's he wearing? A pink dress and a straw hat. Does that remind you of what Juana was wearing? Let's see. Early the next day, Fernando began hoeing his plot of land. You see his hoe in his hand here? He wore a faded cotton dress and a big straw hat. He quickly scattered seeds in every direction. I look just like old Juana today, foolish Fernando said, scratching Toro behind the ears. I'm sure that's her secret to the pumpkins. So he looks like her, but is he doing the same thing? He just scattered seeds everywhere. What did she do? She made little mounds and put in 3 seeds, right? Let's see what happens next. Soon the warm spring rains came. The vines on old Juana's pumpkin hill grew strong. Their twisting tendrils hugged the ground. Fernando looked at his scrawny vines. Could there be another secret, he wondered? Look, here's Juana's vines. They even have a flower. Fernando's vines are not looking so thick and healthy, are they? The next morning, when old Juana and Dulcita passed by carrying a heavy jug of water from the well, Fernando left his favorite spot in the pepper tree and followed them to Pumpkin Hill. Agua, agua, water, my beauties, old Juana's words carried on the warm wind as she gave each plant a cool drink. Butter babies, she cooed to each yellow blossom. Open your faces to the sun, invite the honeybees to visit you, and soon you'll be fat, round pumpkins. That's how you get pumpkins, right? The blossoms. So she's trying to get them to grow more and more. She's doing some hard work, isn't she? She's taking a lot of water. Looks like her burro Dulcita is helping her. Yes, yes, Fernando cried when he got home. He put on the faded cotton dress and his straw hat. Fernando scooped some water into an old clay pot and he ran back to Pumpkin Hill. Agua, agua, he called. Water, water, my beauties. He splashed a few drops of water on his plants. Butter, baby butter, butter balls, butter cups. A drop of water landed here, another splash there. Big butters, baby cups, butter ups, Fernando said. He talked to his pumpkins until the sun set. Before he went to bed, Fernando danced a little jig. I know the secret of Pumpkin Hill, he told Toro. I looked like old Juana and I talked like her too. I will wear the pumpkin crown this year. Did he do the same thing? He just splattered a little water around. He didn't water everyone, did he? Here comes Juana again. Let's see what Fernando is doing. I don't see Toro in this picture, his bull. All day long, hot summer, old Juana and Dulcita. Let me start that over. All the long hot summer, old Juana and Dulcita carried water to Pumpkin Hill. The yellow blossoms turned into baby pumpkins. A few grew to be as large and as round as wagon wheels. Old Juana named her 3 finest pumpkins. Gorda, who was the chubbiest, Linda, who was the prettiest, and Blush Bottom for her color. Fernando talked to his plants, but he often forgot to water them. Only a few blossoms turned into small green pumpkins. Something is not right, he said. I will watch old Juana one last time. Fernando ran to Pumpkin Hill and hid. He watched as old Juana and Dulcita carefully picked insects off the vines. Por supuesto, of course, he cried. Why didn't I see it before? Toro will have to help me. So she planted them carefully. She's been watering them carefully. Now she's taking the insects that would eat them off the plants, isn't she? The next morning, Fernando gathered straw and vine. He went to his field, pulling Toro behind. Do you think maybe he thinks that Toro's going to brush them off with his horns and his tail? Look, he put straw on them. You see that? Foolish Fernando plucked one hungry bug from one leaf. Toro stood near him, embarrassed, his head hung low. Do you think maybe he doesn't like to have straw attached to his horns? He's embarrassed. Well done, declared Fernando that evening. I know all the secrets now. I looked and talked just like old Juana. And you, my precious pet, look just like little Dulcita. I'm sure my pumpkins will be the finest at the fiesta. But Toro charged away to the farthest corner of the field and did not come back, even at midnight. I don't think he wants to help, and I don't think he wants to look like Dulcita. He probably wants to look like himself, don't you think? By autumn, old Juana's biggest pumpkins, Gorda, Linda, and Blush Bottom, had all turned the color of the harvest moon. Fernando Those pumpkins were small, shriveled, and green. The night before the fiesta, Fernando crept among the vines of Pumpkin Hill. With a whack and a chop, he cut Gorda, Linda, and Blushbottom from their vines and heaved them into his cart. Oh, he's stealing them, isn't he? He's taking Juana's pumpkins. At dawn on Fiesta Day, Old Juana and Dulcita arrived at Pumpkin Hill. Old Juana looked at the spot where her beautiful pumpkins had grown. She could not believe her eyes. "Where are my children?" she cried. "Who has stolen my beauties?" She thinks of them as her children. She spent so much time growing them, didn't she? She searched every corner of Pumpkin Hill. When she was sure they were nowhere to be found, Old Juana took her knife and bent over the vines where Gorda, Linda, and Blushbottom had grown. With heavy hearts, Old Juana and Dulcita traveled the dusty road to the fiesta. She doesn't have anything to take with her, does she? Because her pumpkins were stolen. When they arrived, they heard music and cheering. Pushing through the crowd, Old Juana spied Gordo, Linda, and Blushbottom. Sitting there proudly behind them, grinned Fernando. "Stop! Stop!" Old Juana cried. The music ceased. The crowd was silent. All eyes were on Old Juana. "Those are my pumpkins!" she cried. A shock spread through the crowd. So she's saying, "He took my pumpkins. Those aren't Fernando's pumpkins. Those are mine." They're just getting ready to put the crown on him, aren't they? "What proof do you have that these are your pumpkins?" asked the mayor. "I tilled the soil and planted the seeds on Pumpkin Hill. I carried water to the plants every day. I removed the insects that ate the leaves," replied Juana. "Perhaps so," said the mayor, "but you must show us proof." "The pumpkins are mine," said Juana, "and I can prove it." She reached deep into her pocket and pulled out the stubs of the vines where the pumpkins had been cut. Remember, she had cut them off. She kneeled down and cut them off. "Here is Gorda's and Linda's and precious Blushbottom. See, they each fit like a little cap." A murmur spread through the crowd. "These are indeed Old Juana's pumpkins," shouted the mayor. He placed the crown on Old Juana's head. The crowd let out a roar. "Viva Juana! Viva Juana!" They chanted, "Long live Juana! Long live Juana!" She won the prize, didn't she? She got the crown. Foolish Fernando was about to sneak away when the mayor scooped him up and brought him to Old Juana. Fernando stood before her, his head bent low. "I'm sorry, Juana," said Fernando. "I was wrong to take your pumpkins." "Foolish, foolish Fernando," said Old Juana. "Do you really want to grow beautiful big pumpkins?" "See, see," shouted Fernando. "Will you pay attention and do as I say?" asked Old Juana. "See, see. Prometo, yes, I promise, yes, I promise you," shouted Fernando. "Well," said Old Juana with a smile, "then I will teach you." Well, she's being kind, isn't she? Even though he stole it, she said, "I'll help you learn how to grow your own pumpkins." And Old Juana taught foolish Fernando the secret of Pumpkin Hill. Do you think she's telling him how to make them into little mounds? And maybe to put in 3 seeds in each one? And to water them every day? and to spend time picking off all the insects. And then in the very back, there's a recipe for Old Juana's pumpkin soup in a pumpkin. And at the bottom it says, Old Juana and Foolish Fernando think this soup is delicious. You could take a screenshot of that if you would like to try to make pumpkin soup. So that is the end of Pumpkin Fiesta. So what country are we in? Do any of you have anyone that lived close to San Miguel? That's where it was at. So let me know. I hope you enjoyed the story. Happy autumn. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.